Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking classical Chinese concepts. And today we're going to talk about qian. It's a Chinese particular way of fortune telling. And this is for everyday people because besides the emperors who have a very grand ceremonies to talk to heaven or tian, right, with the divinity as a national ceremony. We have a particular architectures, procedures, rituals for that. For everyday people, everyday people need to know what's going to happen as well, right? So this is kind of a fortune telling way, very easy and readily available. Qian, okay, I translate it as a sign. It's really reductive because it means this thing. Narrow bamboo strips, a bunch of them gathered in this bamboo buckets, and this person is going to shake, 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 shake until one of them jump out. It cannot be like two of them jump out because then that's ambiguation. Like which one exactly is the message, right? So this person have to be able to shake until one comes out. And that one was regarded, or is, I guess some people, even today, as you can see, this is a contemporary guy still seeking the sign from these bamboo strips. So that is the practice for everyday people, fortune telling. And here we have three versions. Simplified Chinese, about 70 years ago, standardized, simplified by mainland China. And this is traditional Chinese. Qian, they look way more complicated. And that's about developed from Kaishu, so it's about 1500 years ago, versus here is the seal script. So we call it a regular script. And this seal script is about 2000 years ago. And that's the first effort of standardization of the written systems in Chinese. So this retains, there are variations, right? It's hard to chase all the variations because it's complexity and how this language evolved over time. So this earliest standardized format 2000 years ago would be the closest we can get. Otherwise, before then, it would be more scholarly effort. So this is like for regular people like me, as far as I go. This 2000 years ago looks kind of similar to the traditional Chinese. And that's because this Kaishu, this 1500 years ago effort is to streamline. So things get more rectangular. You can see these little curves, these details was like paired out. Those curves doesn't matter anymore. Things got standardized so that it's easier to write or easier to carve into stone or stele. Anyway, let's get back to this because this is as far as we can trace back of how Chinese conceptualize what this particular everyday fortune telling device is made of. So categorically, it's made of bamboo, right? The top drapey thing is the bamboo leaves. Compared with the regular grass or plant symbol, which is upward pointing, because regular grass or trees would be sun-facing, and all the leaves try to reach out, try to get closer to the sun as possible, right? That's a regular. Bamboo is the only plant in Chinese, at least conceptualized in our everyday language, because it's everyday material, is draping downward, the opposite direction. Probably because bamboo, they don't have branches like trees. They don't have a sturdy structure to hold things upward. The tiny little branches from the main stem of bamboo is going to drape downward. So that's the main feature, the distinction. When we see the bamboo symbol always on the top, kind of draping, we know categorically this is something made of bamboo. And then the bottom describes the shape of the of the thing, this bamboo thing, is a narrow strip. How do we express a narrow strip? This looks too complicated to make a narrow strip, right? Okay, the bottom left here is ground with this symmetrical thing with tiny little curves like that. That is ancient character for chive. I guess this is one of the main ingredients on the dinner table back then because it was readily available, fast to grow, and it's simply the plant intake for ancient people back then. And then we have two human figure. Human figure, Chinese, made it like this. Before I thought, okay, it's like a two-leg standing bean, but no, I was wrong. This still is two-leg, but it was not expressed as two-leg. This two strokes is the front and the back, and it's leftward facing because Chinese is a left-oriented language, unlike English. So when you see this, it means that person facing toward the left, progressing, like walking forward, supposedly, even if it's a steel frame. When you know they're facing toward the left, they're ready to go, right? Two of them, one follow another means group of people over there, at least more than one. And then the right side, this pointy things, is gu, and my theory is in wartime, it's going to be used in weapon because we have seen gu by itself simply means weaponry. It's made into our contemporary character, such as war, which is made of two gu, like two weaponry. Interesting, right? Like Chinese define I as two gu, two these sharpy things holding warrior image. But in peacetime, it's going to be a farming tool that got sharp edges that you can harvest plants quickly. Kind of like a sickle. I would imagine it's something like a sickle. So we have the tool, the farming tool, simply because we have this crop in the field. May not be even crop, actually. This could be, according to scholars, wild thing that's not humanly grown. It's just readily available in the field, not even farm field. So it's like a free nutrition growing out there, and people use the tool, farming tool, to harvest. And you can see like one after another. That means multiple people harvest this and consume this. So this whole farming activity picture with the harvester, the harvesting tool, and the harvestee, right? Three components to make the imagery of chive harvesting. And the chives, when they are ready to be harvested, means they are fully grown to their full length. Chives, if you see in grocery store, it's already kind of a long strip of things, right? But it starts from short. So when we talk about harvesting the hives, that means the hives or the chives, not hives, already grow to its full length. And the length to width ratio reach the full potential. And that's the proportion we see. It means long strip of things. So that symbolizes the shape. And the top symbolizes the material. Bamboo strip. And that's the thing we're talking about. All right. 抽签, 求签, 上上签. Three expressions about how we use this 签, this, I guess, fortune-telling thing. Even if I translate sign in contemporary, it means to sign your name, signature, the action of signing your signature. That's the contemporary use of it. And I guess it's more common because every day still in business or whatever, you still sign your name. So this 签字, this character is still used in that sense. But every day, fortune telling still happens, just less frequently. So here in this fortune telling context, we have 抽签, withdraw such strip. And it may not actually, when you see withdraw, that means the action of getting your sign is different from shake, 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 bamboo stripped, even this bamboo stripped as the sign, as the fortune-telling media, the message carrier still retains, but the action of getting that sign is different. With straw, almost like in a big box, and there are different things, right? Different signs or messages in piece of paper or dice or whatever media. Then you reach your hand in and pick one out, and that is similar to lottery concept. Okay, 求签, seek sign is the act of exactly that. We have to use the seek, kind of like a bag, the message from the divinity, by shaking this one strip of bamboo out of the box after the bucket. So translator, tell me the script. So it's almost like humans, we have to make peace with our busy mind, trying to deal with uncertainty of the future, right? And getting a script, a forehand, kind of help peace our mind. All right, 上上签 is a Chinese way to say this is the best kind of outcome, because Chinese divide the outcome into 9, like a 3x3 grid, which is 上中下, upper, middle, bottom, right? Bottom would be the worst kind of, right? So it's kind of best, worst, middle scenarios. And then among each grid, there's another cut into 3. So there are total 9, and 上上would be up and up sign. All right, so here we go. 2. Thank you for your time. See you another day.